coverage of the National Football League brings us to Silicon Valley. And with foghorns sounding behind us, that can only mean one thing, and that is it's time for football at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today we've got an intriguing NFC matchup lined up here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Here's the former Florida Gator, Eddie Pinheiro, to get us started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And it takes us near the 25. Just a little pass there, call it the 26. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice, because you've got to stay alert back there in every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense. And that certainly could be a sign of things to come, because they're blitzing to start this ball game. And it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
Second and 10. Now the man from Utah, this is Aaron Jones. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Well, you want to make sure that on an opening drive, that you at least stay out there for a while and get into the flow of the game. A 3-and-out would have been problematic, but that's a good throw there to ensure they get another set of downs.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush, because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Here's McCarthy. Over the middle, complete to Allison. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. They show a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. We're scoreless after one. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with second down and less than a yard. And here's Jones again on second down. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another Vikings first down. First and 10.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Open nose, Jaron Miller. So the completion results there at 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
49ers 19-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On play action, McCarthy. Throw to the run, right in by Allison. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
First down. First and goal, Minnesota.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. To the air with McCarthy. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. And nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
Second and goal.
Very nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
McCarthy going to throw again. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Shot back to the 16-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. This is a 33-yard attempt. And his kick, it is right there. It's good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
Vikings move it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. The throwing here, Purdy. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. Now San Francisco with their 2nd timeout. As they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd down and 3. Purdy now to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
At the 48-yard line.
throw, Purdy. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Throwaway and incomplete. It's second down and 10.
Now it's second and 10. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. A full left side for Pearsall is complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Purdy. To the sideline and incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
On 4th down, the Niners send out the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt. Back deep for the Vikings, Miles Price. And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line. And with time running down, they go down to a game. So halftime here out west, let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to our studios in Orlando. Scott Hansen with you, and we'll keep it brief because the scoring has been brief. Just one field goal as we play on 3-0. I was promised there'd be touchdowns, so let's find out if we can get one in the 3rd quarter. Send it back out to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Just one field goal and a tightly played first half as we resume action here in quarter number 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game, 1st and 10 here. Open nose, Jerome Jennings. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Purdy. This pass to Jones, and he makes the catch. And now it's a gain of 6. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Purdy is set up to throw here. That one complete to his receiver Jennings. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Out of the gun, Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's gotten down complete. Well, they kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Partner, you get about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Again, they run against McCaffrey. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Here now, 3rd down. Here's Purdy to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Throwing, Purdy. And they find the open man. That's complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. As it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
22-yard line.
Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Purdy to throw. Not complete. It's Jennings. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
28-yard line.
Here's 1st and goal. To throw is Purdy. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Purdy to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they're taking the lead here in the final seconds. Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, They made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. This is 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play, they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
I'm Brandon Gunn. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.